Hey YouTube, Kira Twig here, bringing you all an update to my wind-up Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile for May 2020. Figured I'd do an update to the wind-up deck with the hopes that when I make this deck profile with the new upcoming ban list, there is a slight chance that the one card I definitely do want to come off the list to definitely strengthen the power of the wind-up deck, which is Wind-Up Zenmaity, finally comes off to at least one, or something, that can at least make it playable for the deck to use. It was a really broken card for the deck at the time. I know they'd probably have to fix another couple things for that, but with all the things we have out in Yu-Gi-Oh right now, I think we definitely can have Wind-Up Zenmaity 2-1 at least on the ban list to at least help with the wind-up deck with all the other different Exceed plays we can do for it. And I also just wanted to do an update to the deck with Master Rule 5 being a thing now. We just have more access to just the Exceed monsters as a whole, getting out more and more of them with all the different plays we can do in the deck. So let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. So for the wind-up monsters, I'm running 3, a wind-up rat, probably one of the best ones we have in the deck, just so easy to make our plays with this card. During your main phase, you can target one wind-up monster in your graveyard, change this card from face-up attack position you control to face-up defense position, and special summon that target in face-up defense position. This effect can only be used once while this card is face-up on the field, so you can either go for a level 3 monster and then go for your Xyz play right then and there, or you can even use wind-up rat with any of the other different level wind-up monsters to go into our link monster, which is Wind-Up Zen Maintenance, for the plays you can do, which then this card can attach itself onto your different wind-up Xyz monsters. You just have plenty of options with your wind-up rat, so you definitely want to run 3 of them. Just opening up this card gives you that play right then and there to go for your extra deck plays, which are the best plays you have in the whole deck available to you. For added backup, I am also running 3 Wind-Up Shark. With this one, when a wind-up monster is normal or special summoned to your side of the field, you can special summon this card from your hand. Once per turn, you can activate one of these effects. You can increase this card's level by 1 until end phase, or reduce this card's level by 1 until the end phase. So depending on what play you want to go for, you can either go for your rank 5 play, which could be Zen Mao. You can leave Wind-Up Shark at level 4 to go for Zen Meister, or even, reduce it for level 3 to go into Zen Main. So this card is very adjustable for all the other different plays, and you can easily summon it after, let's say, you normal summon Wind-Up Rat, special summoning Shark onto the field, then you can use Wind-Up Rat to special summon another monster on that option to your field. Do you use an Xyz summon? If not with Wind-Up Rat, with the Wind-Up Shark, you special summoned out also. And I also run 3 Wind-Up Magician. With this one, the effect of a Wind-Up monster is activated except Wind-Up Magician. You can special summon one level 4 lower Wind-Up monster from your deck in face-up defense position. This effect can only be used once while this card is face-up on the field. Just more and more special summoning options. Even just having Wind-Up Shark on the field, then activating the level reduction or increase can spark Wind-Up Magician to give you access to any of the other Wind-Up monsters we run in the deck for a big boost for sure. I believe this card was at 1 for a good while. But it was, we're having it 3 full of power now in the deck, which is a big help for sure. Just being able to search this card out with some of our other spells in the deck that we run, also like Wind-Up Factory, just helps all together, bringing the play style you can do with this deck together for your plays. So just swarming a lot of different monsters out onto the field. And another one that helps to take care of your opponent's monsters, I run 3 Wind-Up Kitten. You can target one monster your opponent controls, return that target to the hand. This effect can only be used once while this card is face up on the field, but that bounce power, especially for extra deck monsters, can be a big help for sure. Doesn't even have to be a face-up monster or anything like that. It's just one monster your opponent controls. You're not limited to the special summon part of it. It's just once while this card's on the field, but then you can easily use it for link material. It's even a rescue cat target, which we're also running in the deck for those options to go for your plays, but just very useful at 3. So you always have the Wind-Up Kitten to go for in your search also. And then for some of the lower numbers for the wind-up monsters, I also run 2 Wind-Up Rabbit. During either player's turn, you can target one wind-up monster you control, banish it until your next standby phase. This effect can only be used once while this card is face up on the field, but just being able to, banish Wind-Up Rabbit itself as well means that you can keep this card's effect activated for your other different effects, banishing it from the field, then returning it again, then just being able to use it again since it's a new, fresh Wind-Up Rabbit on the field. Since it's once on the field, if you use it for another wind-up monster, you'll miss out on the effect, but being able to use it on Wind-Up Rabbit itself is very helpful for sure. And I also run 2 Wind Up Dog. During your main phase, you can increase this card's level by 2 and attack by 600 until the end phase. This effect can only be used once while this card's on the field. More rank 5 options with Wind Up Dog. It's also a beast monster, just like Wind Up Kitten, so you have more targets for Rescue Cat to go for. Just 2, though, it's mostly there for the special summon option with your Wind Up, not Wind Up Kitten, your Rescue Cat to go then for an Xyz play, which will be especially powerful if we do get, like I said, Zenmaity off of the list, just for that easy special summon option for our rank 3 plays. But until then, just sticking to the 2 for the option of that easy Xyz summon or level adjustment for a rank 5 play, since Wind Up Shark definitely helps for the easy boost it can do for this card, but you still need another level 5 monster to help for that play. One of the other ones are one of the one-ups we run in the deck, which is Wind Up Warrior. You can target a face-up wind-up monster you control until the end phase, increase its level by 1. You can even increase Warrior itself for that boost, and just having the same option with Wind Up Soldier being a little more powerful than Wind Up Warrior. Either stats are actually reversed for both of these cards, but you still have level increasing options and just other searchable options for different wind-up monsters to easily activate their effects on the field, and then get the effects of either, let's say, Wind-Up Magician, or any of the other cards on the field that you can invoke, like Wind Up Factory, for searches using these cards easily. And the 1 Wind Up Hunter for just being able to tribute a face-up Wind Up monster except Wind Up Hunter to send a random card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard is especially powerful. And we just have another level 3 option for our Wind Up Rat to go onto the field for that play. Something might have to be done with Wind Up Hunter if we do end up getting Wind Up Zenmaity back, just because this card can easily help to diminish your opponent's hand of all the different cards that you can use against them. So this one definitely might be a problem card at that, but for now, just a good option to have as one of the other one-ofs in the deck. And then for the only non-wind-up monsters we're running for the actual added support to the deck, I run 3 Rescue Cat. You can send this card to the graveyard to special summon 2 level 3 or lower beast-type monsters from your deck, but they have their effects negated. Also, they are destroyed during the end phase. You can only use this effect of Rescue Cat once per turn. But once again, you have the options to go for your wind-up dogs, or if not that, even going for your wind-up kitten, which then giving you the 2 wind-up kittens on the field can be used for your link play. If you don't go for the wind-up dog for the XC play, you have both options available to you using your Rescue Cat in the deck. And also, I'm just running the 3 Ash Blossoms just for the hand trap spot in the deck, so you have that easy access to stop a lot of your opponent's plays, especially during the turns where they go first as well. And that is it for the monsters. I want to focus on a pretty heavy wind-up consistency. They all work very, very well together for all the different plays you can do. For the spells, one of the best ones in the deck is Wind-Up Factory. Once per turn, if an effect of a wind-up monster is activated, except during the damage step, you can add 1 level 4 or lower wind-up monster from your deck to your hand. So giving you that search for whatever you want. A lot of the times, I just love to go for Shark, because then it's just an easy special summon on the field, especially if, let's say, you already have the wind-up monster on the field. You can just go for the Xyz summon of a wind-up monster and still then be able to special summon Shark out onto the field also with this card and its easy search power. And we can have multiple wind-ups in our hand searched out with Wind-Up Factory, but just not having the option to get them on the field, I found, is a pretty big problem with the deck. So I like to run the 3 double summon. You can conduct 2 normal summons or sets this turn, not just 1. So just being able to have that additional normal summon. We have plenty of searches for plenty of wind-ups to our hand, but double summon gives us that access to get more of them out onto the field to use. That's why I like to run 3 of it in the deck. You have plenty of monsters to search for, and then just having this option for that play can help make or break the play you want to go for, depending on which extra deck monster you want to get out. And I also run 3 Call by the Grave. This is just another option for stopping hand traps against your opponent, especially. And also for the final spot in these spells, I am running the 1 Monster Reborn. For this, I thought either Monster Reborn or Foolish Burial, because Foolish Burial can also help to set up with Wind Up Rat in the graveyard. Just so you can get a monster in the graveyard to use, but then you also have the special summon option, since you should have other ways to easily get wind up monsters in the graveyard to use, and then Monster Reborn can just special summon them back onto the field. And since they're once while it's on the field, as long as you already use the effect, it's in the graveyard. If you special summon it back with Monster Reborn, you can just use it once again, since it's a fresh new monster on the field. And then that's it for the spells. Moving on to the traps. For the trap option, you don't use life points for anything in the deck, so I'm sticking to the 3 Solemn Strike and the 2 Solemn Judgment, just as added backups for a lot of our plays to stop our opponent's big summons or activations, and just be able to protect some of the weaker wind-up monsters we have in the deck until we can summon out the bigger ones from the extra deck. But that is it for the main deck. We'll now move on to the extra deck. For the Wind Up Xyz monsters, I am running 2 Wind Up Zen Maidens. This is probably one of the best ones, just for the destruction power and the stall power you can do with this card in the deck. If a face-up card on the field will be destroyed, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card instead, and once per turn during the end phase, if this card uses this effect, target 1 card on the field and destroy it. So you just have destruction power against your opponent, and just being able to recycle this card's Xyz materials with Zen Maintenance, being able to attach onto Xyz monsters is a big plus for sure. We'll probably drop this card to 1 if we do get Zen Matey, but once again, with Zen Matey just being another generic Xyz monster to use, if it does come off the list, hopefully, maybe, we'll see. I might just end up redoing a good amount of the deck, focusing more on some rank 3 plays we can also do with some of the other Xyz in the deck altogether. For some of the one-ofs, I run 1 Wind-Up Zen Maester and 1 Wind-Up Arsenal Zen Mao. Zen Mao has the power to destroy set cards, so it's a big, good, powerful rank 5 to go for. Zen Meister helps for the recycle power. For target face-up monster you control, change it to face-down defense, so especially cards like Wind-Up Kitten, being able to reuse this card on the field after you flip it back up as a new monster is a big help with Zen Meister for sure. And still, we're not limited to a lot of the summons we do for the deck altogether. So just being able to summon out some of the more generic Exceed monsters. I run the Phantom Knights of Breaksword. Just a good destruction option for the rank 3s we run. 1 Dante, since we don't have the limit with the extra monster zone now for our Exceed plays, Dante just being able to set up some other wind-up monsters in the graveyard for our wind-up rat targets is a big plus for sure. And I also run the 1 number 41 Baguska, 1 Gaga Cowboy, and the 1 Tornado Dragon for the rest of the Exceed monsters in the deck. For the Link monsters, I'm running 2 Wind Up Zen Maintenance. You need 2 Wind Up monsters to make it. If this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 Wind Up Exceed monster you control and attach this card to it as material. You can use each of the following effects of Wind Up Zen Maintenance once per turn. If this card is Link Summon, you can add 1 Wind Up card from your deck to your hand. You can banish 1 face-up Wind Up monster you control. Face down, special summon 1 monster from your deck with the same name as that card from the had on the field. So just that special summon option means that you can easily reuse your wind-up effects as well after you banish the one, and then just being able to have that search power for that additional one works very well with the search power we can go for, and then just being able to use the double summon in our hand to resummon that card on the field and potentially get more and more effects to use. And then for the rest of the generic Link monsters, I run the 1 Nightmare Phoenix, the 1 Nightmare Cerberus, 1 Nightmare Unicorn, and the 1 Borlo Dragon, just to have more and more options for all the different plays. Exceed plays are nice, but just being able to have these options is a big plus for sure in the deck. And as for some of the plays you can do in the deck as a whole, if you just normal summon out the Wind Up Magician and then use the effect of Wind Up Shark to special summon it from your hand, then adjust the level of Wind Up Shark to whichever play you want to go for, you'll activate the effect of Wind Up Magician, being able to then summon out your monster to the field in defense position, giving you whichever other Wind Up monster you want on the field to use for that play. And then being able to link into 2 using the 2 we have on the field, you can go for the Wind Up Zen Maintenance and then use its effect if this card is link summoned to add 1 Wind Up monster from your deck to your hand to use basically for the play, being able to add the Wind Up Rat. And then if you have the option for the play to go into double summon, you would activate the double summon, summoning out the Wind Up Rat once more, then adjusting the effect to summon out once more a Wind Up from the graveyard. Then you can overlay by adjusting the level of Wind Up Shark, or you can even just keep it as level 4 to go for the rank 4 play, lowering it to rank 3 to overlay with Rat, and thus also invoking Wind Up Magician. So once you overlay by lowering the effect, you'll be able to get out the rank 3 Wind Ups and Mains. The special summon off of Wind Up Magician can get you another one from the deck, just being another level 4 monster to overlay the 2 into the rank 4 play. It can either be the Zenmeister or another rank 4 monster. But just what's really good is if the wind up Zen maintenance is destroyed, you'll be able to attach it onto either of the monsters, especially Zen mains being able to, just keep the Exceed materials going with this also. And once both of the materials deplete for both of these cards, if they're still both up on the field, you can use both of them to relink into another wind up Zen maintenance as well. But that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Until next time, and hopefully, maybe we will have an update later down the road. I'll definitely keep on hoping for it. But until next time, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And Kira, Twig out.